welcome to the Archie Luxury channel, and this is viewer emails number 6. Okay, let's get into these viewer emails. Dear Archie, my name is Sid. I'm writing to you from Chicago. First and foremost, I want to say I love your reviews. They are brutally honest and informative. He goes on to say that he's currently got a Rolex two-tone Datejust, which he uses mainly for formal wear, and he's in the market for a good sports watch. He's asking me what would I recommend under the $4,000 mark. Now, I'm not exactly sure whether I've answered this email again, Sid, but I'll go through it again. $4,000, what can you get in a luxury sports watch? Well, I can tell you one thing, Sid. I'd be looking second-hand. $4,000 retail, you're not going to be getting much. You're going to be getting a piece of fucking shit. You've really got to get second-hand. $4,000 mark, you'd be looking at a good. You could get a Rolex Sapphire Explorer 2. That's a good piece. Black dial or white dial. That's what I'd sort of be. You'd be looking at a early 90s to mid 90s type of piece. That's about the $4,000 mark. I'd be looking second hand. I think $4,000 in the new market. Look, you could probably go in the new market. You'd probably swing an Omega Speedmaster Professional Man on the Moon. That's probably not a bad buy. So that's a couple recommendations. Personally, I'd go used. Go to a vintage watch dealer. That's where you're going to get more bang per buck. I mean, if you're going to be paying $4,000 retail, you're going to be getting a piece of fucking shit brand. The thing, as I always say to people, is when you're buying a watch, don't buy it from a shopping centre dealer. That means a dealer who's in a shopping centre, a shopping mall. That's just big trouble. You want to buy luxury brands. They usually don't sell these things in shopping centres or malls. So you want to be looking at prestige boutique sort of brands, and that's what I'd be looking for. So for the $4,000 mark, I highly recommend second hand. I think that's the way to go. A lot of good choices there. You could be looking at you get a nice Breitling Navi timer for around the $4,000 mark second hand. You could get a Rolex Explorer 2, as I've said. Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. That's almost new territory for that price. So there's a couple choices for you, Sid. Okay, next email. Hi Archie, would you ever make a video of a classic Rolex Submariner? I love the patina on these watches. Well, the newer models don't seem to have the same patina look. Well, patina is something that only comes with age. It's not something you can add on to it there. Patina takes years to grow there. That's what a vintage watch has. It has patina. Patina is not something you can spray on from a can. So I think myself there, if you look at some of my other videos, I've done a lot of reviews on some vintage Rolex pieces. So just go and have a look at some of my other videos there. Okay, next viewer email. Hi Archie, I absolutely adore all your videos. They're superb. Keep up the good work. My name is Leo. I live in London. I work in management consultancy and I recently got promoted. I wanted to buy myself a new watch. I share your passion for luxury goods and was looking to spend somewhere in the $8,000 to $12,000 US range. So $8,000 to $12,000 US dollars. I would really like to buy a chronograph watch. I was thinking of purchasing a new Jaeger-LeCoultre Master chronograph. I was wondering what your opinion of the watch is, and also of the brand and the movements which Jaeger-LeCoultre make. Furthermore, if you dislike the watch, could you please suggest an alternative in that price range? Thank you for your response. Okay, let's have a look at that there, Leo. Okay, $8,000 to $12,000 US dollars. Now look, Leo, you got two ways of going. You can buy new or you can buy pre-owned vintage. If you go the vintage route, you're going to get some amazing pieces there. You go vintage, you can always get a simple Patek, a relatively new simple Patek. If you're going new, you're really going to get a whole stack of mediocre pieces. I think for that sort of money, that's a good budget, Leo. That's certainly, you've certainly got a great promotion if you can afford that. Jaeger LeCoultre, fantastic brand. I love Jaeger LeCoultre with a passion. They're a magnificent maker. Jaeger LeCoultre made the e-Bosches for many great companies. They used to make the basic movement for Vacheron and Constantin, Audemars Piguet, even Patek. So Jaeger LeCoultre is a top brand. The Jaeger LeCoultre Master Series, well, I do love them, but I personally love the Jaeger LeCoultre Reverso series, and for that sort of money there, you can, brand new, you can get a Jaeger LeCoultre Reverso Grand Date. That's a magnificent piece that I've got. That's kind of that's what I'd sort of be. I reckon that's a cooler watch personally. Second hand, you can pick that sort of piece up. Go to chrono24.com, have a look around there. I'd seriously be considering second hand, but getting a super piece. Chronographs are great. For that sort of money there, you could even get into a Rolex chronograph and like a Daytona. A modern Daytona. So you've certainly got a good budget. Look, it's a hard one. What would I get? Look, Jaeger LeCoultre is a great brand. I love them. I think they're a great brand. No problems recommending Jaeger LeCoultre at all. They are fantastic. Personally, I'd almost be getting a more simple Patek. That's my own opinion. I'd be looking at like a Calatrava. But if you still want to get chronograph, look, I'd almost be saying Rolex Daytona. I know I'm not a huge Rolex fan. Rolex is so passé, but with that budget there, you could get a nice steel Rolex Daytona. You'd always they're a blue chip investment. They're a great buy, and you could always flick it anytime you wanted to, and they're a sexy piece. So look, I'm going to go against my usual tide here. If you want a chronograph and you've got that sort of budget, grab the bull by the horns and get the Rolex Daytona. That's probably the ultimate chronograph. If you want to buy something used that's a great chronograph, I'd be looking at a Breguet Ehrenvale. They're a great chronograph. And on the used market, you could probably scrape in with your price range. So that's what I'd be looking at. The Jaeger LeCoultre, look, they're a fantastic brand. I don't know if I would buy a Jaeger LeCoultre chronograph. I'm more of a Jaeger LeCoultre Reverso fan. But look, the thing I want you to do is, Leo, now promise me this, stay away from going into a Breitling dealer and paying fucking retail for a brand new Breitling. That's what I want you to do. Stay away from paying full fucking price. Breitlings, I love Breitlings, but they, don't go in there and just fucking hand over your money. You want a big discount. But no, personally, I'd if it was me and I was a chrono fan, I'd buy the Daytona just because it's such an iconic piece. And with the global financial crisis, they don't have the waiting lists in place. So that's probably what I'd say. Okay, now we'll have a look at another email here. Hi Archie, I really love your videos with Swiss timepieces. Can you please refer me to websites and venues you use to buy really nice, elegant Swiss watches? Rolex, Panerai, Breitling, Audemars, Piguet. I'm looking forward to buying some watches and selling some at auctions to raise money to fund myself for collecting more watches. I do it as a hobby, but now I'm working hard to collect and sell so I can support myself financially. Times are tough, friend. Can you please recommend a lot of places where I can buy those kinds of watches and save money so I can resell? Thank you very much. Okay, let's have a look at this thing here. Well, look, I tell you the best thing I can do for you. For 5%, I'll buy pieces for you. If you want to wire me some money, I'll buy pieces for you. So what I basically do is whatever I buy, I use the Archie way. Archie get some really good discounts, and I charge 5%, and I'll buy as many pieces as you want. There you go. There's a instant business venture available to all the Archie Luxury fans and viewers. 5%. Wire me some money. I'll buy your pieces. Tell me what brands and what you're looking at. 5% charge, and you've got an instant business. There you go. Thanks very much, and please keep the viewer emails coming in. Bye.